how are you? Good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and it is such an honor to be here and be with you. So, as always, I like to do things short and sweet. So, we're going to look at how to plan for creating a course in this video. No waffling here. Firstly, if you're new and thinking, who is this lady in the pink in her PJs, which I wish I had pink flamingo PJs on, that would be awesome. But my name is Katie Joy, and I help women craft like high value, high ticket signature offers, selling, and then leveraging automation to win back time. That is my specialty. And we're going to get in today about the how to plan for creating a course. Okay, so why do you need a course? And it can be in a lot of different ways. And I believe that everyone should have the skills to create a course, whether or not you're selling it for profit or not. And the reason is because you're going to win back so much time. So even if think about even mini courses or mini training, and that could be something that's onboarding. So if you're watching this and you're in another business or whatever, still creating mini courses, for example, onboarding, showing people anything, what happens when they first join you or sign up, or how to use your software, getting started steps. In essence, they're like mini courses. So learning that actual process of using video, using camera, using sound, using audio, using slides and all that sort of thing is a high value skill that I believe everyone, whether or not they're selling the courses or not, should know. So if that's something you're interested in, I do have a that's so funny. I actually wasn't even going to say this, but I do have a video course that shows you the steps on doing that and teaches you from the confidence on camera to the technicalities of video to editing to hosting to repurposing. Anyway, that's not what this video is about, so we'll move on. The other reason is why you should have a course is it therefore suddenly makes your business scalable. You're able to leverage your time a lot better. And let's say you do one-on-one coaching, or you do consulting, or even if you have some services, right? Having an aspect that is an info product, like packaging up what's in your head, that knowledge into what a course essentially does is transform someone. It takes someone from one point to another point. So your organized knowledge in your brain is unique to you. The experiences are unique to you. The stories are unique to you. People, how they relate is going to be unique to you. So you have a gold mine, which is that knowledge in your brain. But until it's in until you have it into a course, it's kind of like disorganized knowledge. So what you're essentially doing is taking something that is so natural that your magnificent brain just goes like whoosh, and sees stuff and creates and knows this whole process like this. Your brain does it automatically, but no one else has access to it. So essentially, when you're creating a course, that thing that happens to you so naturally and easily, you're breaking it down and you're kind of almost imprinting your brain. So if there was ever, a technology, what we see in the movies when they have the chips and they stick it to their brain, suddenly they know how to pick a lock, or they know how to hotwire a car because they've stuck the hotwire car chip into their brain. Essentially, when you're doing the course and someone studies and learns it, that's what you're doing. You're taking something that you could do. Let's say it was hot wiring the car. You could get in there and okay, yeah, I need to do this, and everyone's like, what? I just like didn't even see that. But you would break each step down, like looking for this, doing this, and needs to feel like this, has to smell like this, has to touch it at this type of way, you know. So then that's what you're doing, and then you're monetizing your knowledge by organizing it into a course. So that's really, really powerful. And I believe it's just going to, the people are saying markets are saturated, but I don't believe that, because there's always more people, there's always more population, always more babies being born. Let's say you work with postnatal women, right? There's always a new postnatal mother, there's always someone coming up who's new, even if you've taught that one and then she's not anymore. There's always more and more. So that's another thing when you are looking at courses, particularly when we're moving into the monetization part, is to think about, we call it evergreen courses. So it's kind of like, am I going to teach people how to use a fidget spinner, right? If you don't know what a fidget spinner is, you might have not had kids at primary school or missed that whole phase, which I doubt, but it's just like a phase that came in, these fidget spinners. Plus, I don't know there probably would be extremists that would love to learn how to fidget spin or whatever. But I mean, that's not a very good course to do, because it's a phase or a fad. So you'd be looking at, for evergreen courses, you'd look at something that's going to have that longevity. So even with social media, that's a course that you'd have to like update every month, just about. There'd be new modules in all of the time. Still great course to do, but you've got to know, okay, this course is going to be updated like consistently. Whereas if you look at something that's more fundamental, let's say learning golf, like to swing golf, bowling, teaching a language, like these are really fundamental and they're not going to change, right? So that would be more of an evergreen course. So if you're looking to monetize something, you'd think about, okay, so could I still sell this in 10 years? Like, how much is going to change? Is it a fad? Anyway, so I hope that's really useful. Now about planning for the course, that I wanted to talk to you about is, let's see if I can share. My beautiful Chrome tab. Okay. There we go. Hopefully you can see this now. So let's just go through the basics of mapping it out so you can get started and actually have something to do at the end of this training. And remember, if you are interested in learning the actual course creation video side, send me a message, because I have a way to help you. I don't believe you can see my screen yet. Let me have a look. Okay, now you do. Now you can. Great. Glad I wasn't rambling without that on. That wouldn't have been very fun for you. Okay. I've lost middle. Where are you? Okay, found it. So we're looking at the course side. What we're essentially doing when we're planning it is, someone is starting at point A, and let's say it was the golf example. And like in golf, there's a lot of different courses, right? Because you can take a very, very beginner, or you can take an advanced person from something to something, right? It could be like a drive swing, or someone just to be able to, hit the ball, even, learn the basic rules and, learn how to hit and all those sort of things. So we have A, we want to take them from A to B, right? In the simplest, fastest way, using your, remember, exceptional gold mind knowledge, right? That's what we're wanting to do. And it's unique to you. The stories, the way you talk, the way you present, the way you teach, it's all going to be unique as well. So we want to build a bridge over here. Beautiful bridge. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these here, I was going to say, are the modules. They don't really look that. I should have used these squares that you can see. So let's say this is module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. So what are they really? They are the steps that someone's taking to get from A to B. They're the milestones. They're the phases. They need to know this basic information first before they can get to the second step. So when you're breaking it down, you would look at 6 to 8 modules, because you don't want it too super massive. Of course, you can do whatever you want, whatever it needs, but this is just totally just giving you a guide, right? How I've been taught, what I've seen works, what I've seen works with clients and all that sort of thing. So we've got 6 to 8, and it helps people, like, if you've had like 20 modules, it's just like, oh, I can't deal with this. It's too much. It's just, you don't even want to attack it. So, when your house is really, really messy and you're just like, oh, I'm done. I can't do this. I'm walking out of here. I'm just going to go and stay in a hotel, or I'm just going to go out for the day to the beach or the shops or whatever, because I just can't handle the house and it's just messy everywhere. So I'm done. So the same as if you have like tons of modules, it's just like someone will look at that and go, oh my God, there's like 20 modules. I can't even start. I can't even go to module 1. There's 20. I just can't see the end of this disaster, can't see the end, right? So that's why we like to keep it between 6 and 8. And a good idea is, having like a module a week is a way how to think of it. 1 module a week or 1 module every 2 weeks. You don't want to be doing really a module a day. So within here, within each module, actually, let's do it like this. Beautiful, beautiful steps. In these modules, you're going to have lessons. And so you'd probably this is totally just the same theory as this 6 to 8 here, right? So you'd probably have 6 to 8 inside here. And you'd want to have an intro. And then you would want to have a recap at the end. Okay. So an intro and a recap. And then let's say an intro and recap is 2, so you've got 6 steps within the first module. What did I put here? So in the recap, you look at what you've achieved, remind your students of what you have accomplished, and point out how it all ties into the bigger picture. Congratulate them and let them know what's happening in the next one, right? And in the intro, you'll talk about the milestone that they've reached, what they're going to learn and why, and then introduce like your own story or a personal journey or a case study, and then overview of that whole module outcomes, right? So there's like the intro and the recap, and inside again, you've got those steps that they need to take. to reach that step or phase that you've taken, right? So that, my beautiful online friend that I can't wait to hear from you when you send me a message, that is how you can think about planning it. So guess what? Let's say you're like, you know what, Kate, that's really kind of easy. I can totally do that. And so you have this roadmap. Now you can get a piece of paper and you can map it out just like this. So if you would like, I can give you this. So just send me a message and say course, what we would call it, course spreadsheet, something like that. And this is like where your client starts the A, where your client ends. Oh, you can't see this because I haven't shared it. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay. We are going to share, hide that. We are going to share a new screen. Share. I am so lucky I have this playing on my phone next to me because otherwise I wouldn't have known. Okay. There we go. So, hopefully you can see this now. Yes, you can. Now you can see what I was speaking about is where your client starts, which was the A, and where your client ends, which is the B. Then you can talk about your, give it a really sexy title name, outcomes focused on each of your module steps. Of course, you're going to have different things, the outcomes of each module, and the introduction. So you can just jot down notes here, right? And then you've got the lessons. You can write down what the lessons will be, and then also anything in the recap. So if you would like this spreadsheet, please let me know and send me a message and say, spreadsheet, please, Kate. Spreadsheet, please, Kate, or Katie. And I was actually called Kate when I was young. So, yeah, so you're like, okay, awesome. I've got the spreadsheet, Kate. You're amazing. And thank you so much. I'm going to do, all of my steps and all of my lessons, and I'm good. I'm good to go. This is happening for me. I'm doing my course finally. But the thing is, you don't make any money from creating a course. You only make money from selling the course. Okay, you're not going to make any money from creating it, only from selling it. So that where I come in, yes, I can support, and I do actually have courses on how to create videos and really get confident on camera and how to do things even technically, right? However, that's not going to make you money. The way how you're going to get money, if that's the reason why you're creating the course, because I said before, you may not want to make money from it. You might just want it to save yourself time and make a really great experience for some of your clients. So let's say you want to make money. It's the selling side of it. So where I help is I turn your course into an offer. They're different. Yeah, your course is part of the offer, but it's not the offer. And the way to look at it, let's look at the Mac, which I'm looking at, my beautiful Mac. So, or Apple, like, let's even go back to the iPhone, right? They didn't say, like, at that time when Apple came out, people were saying, 2 megabytes, so many megapixels, 14-inch screen, extra hard this or that. Like, they were talking very feature rich. And so Apple came out with, like, they didn't speak about those technical details, and they were always speaking about that outcome and the performance and the sleek and the professionalism. They would say like enough power to I don't know, the iPod I think said something like enough storage that you can hold 4,000 songs in your pocket, right? Instead of saying I have 2 GB. I don't know, it probably wasn't gigs back then. Maybe, I don't know, let's say it was 1 gig. I don't think it was even 1 gig, wasn't it? Anyway, I can't remember the first iPod. Let's say it was 1 gig anyway, for story's sake. So instead of all the competitors would say like, we have 1 gig. And then they came out and said 4,000 songs you can store in your pocket and listen to it anytime. So that's very different, right? Very different. And it is the exact same thing. So that's what I'm talking about with your course, right? So your course is the iPod. The offer is the selling side. Are you going to talk about it having 1 gig, or are you going to talk about it like you can hold 4,000 songs in your pocket to listen to it anytime? And think about the client, the customer. What's going to connect with them? If you've got all these like MP3 players in the market, they're all going, I have 1 gig, I have 2, I have, high power of extra battery life. And then you've got Apple going like 4,000 songs in your pocket that you can listen to at any time and, recharge only in the evening. So all of a sudden it's like, makes sense. People can visualize, okay, so I can carry it around. I can listen to songs all day when I'm walking, when I'm driving my car, I'm commuting, and I only need to recharge it every night. Like, it just makes more sense, and they're going to buy it. So what we want to do is we want to take your beautiful course with your knowledge, because that freaking iPod is beautiful, the technology inside it. So a lot of the other MP3 players, but the technology is incredible. So your course knowledge is incredible. And what we want to do is we want to take that and then we want to be able to market it. We want to be able to sell it. We want people to understand that depth, that true impact that your exceptional knowledge can have on them and in their lives and how they can change it. So that's why we create offers and we don't sell our courses. We sell an offer and a course is a part of it. So if you're looking at either or, because of course we can help with the structuring of your course. My specialty is the offer side of it, like crafting that beautiful offer. So book in a clarity call at claritycall.biz, right? And then we'll have just a beautiful conversation about where you're at. We actually look at 4 pillars in your business over that. And then look at the next steps that you can take moving forward to really be able to grow and unblock. And the great thing is about it is when you talk to someone else, and if you've listened this far in this video, God love you. 23 minutes. I said at the beginning, mine is short and sweet. I never go long. Remember I said that, and now I'm like 23 minutes. And what has happened? This is crazy. So if you've made it this long from 23 minutes, what was I going to say about that? Anyway, so if you've made it this long here, then you've thought it through. You've thought about having the offer, the course, the offer. You understand what I'm talking about. You know the importance of it, and you'll be looking at a way to leverage your time and really get excited about packaging that up and selling it. So book it in at claritycall.biz. And we'll be looking at the 4 pillars as well, which will look first at your messaging to see whereabouts you're how you're messaging, who your audience is, and that sort of thing. It's going to be a beautiful, lovely heart to heart. We'll also be looking at your offer. It's the second one. What is your core offer at the moment that you're selling? Is there anything else we can package around it? Then we'll be looking at your marketing system. So what is that repeatable way for leads? And then that sales process that you have, what does that look like? And once you have those 4 pillars churning like a bike ride, like I like to think of a bike chain. If the one chain's broken, that bike is not riding. So the same with your business. You need those 4 pillars for it to ride and flow. So we'll look at those, and it's a really lovely, beautiful call. Love connecting in and meeting people all the time. So book that in, and we can look at it. No obligation, of course. You'll get your roadmap moving forward, and then of course, if you do want to be supported, then I can present you, or if you're a fit, I can let you know what offers we have available that could match to take you from that A to B that we were speaking about. So thank you again. Have a lovely time, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.